2026 is here, and I want to talk about things that I want to see from Raid in 2026. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Probably a little late on this video, but I do want to take some time today and talk about what I want to see from Plarium and Raid in 2026. Some of this stuff has already been announced, but it's still stuff that I want to mention, like, hey, this is what I would like to see next year, which is a little redundant, I suppose, but they are just things that I really want to see. Now, I read feedback before that, they prefer positive content. Some of you guys prefer positive content. This might be, you could spin this in a negative light, because I am going to voice a few frustrations that I have with the game that I would like to see improved next year. So just bear that in mind. But I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just, voicing my opinion and saying, hey, this is what I would like to see changed next year, if possible, for Raid. So first and foremost, this has been announced, but it's something that I 100% want more than anything, and that is Live Arena 24/7. My schedule, my plans do not always line up with when Live Arena is active. It's demoralizing for me to get invested and then say, I'm going to try really hard this Live Arena season. I sit down and I go to play and I have to wait 2 hours. And it's more frustrating when it's like, okay, I'm going to go play Raid. I'm going to do Live Arena and something comes up. And I don't like being put into a position where I have to choose between a game and my real life. The real life is going to win that every time. But to even have that moment of hesitation is painful, right? And there are times where it's like, I mean, we've all been there. If you've got a family, if you are a video game player, you've probably had those moments where it's like, daddy, can you come do this? And it's like, yeah, let me just finish this real quick, right? That is a reasonable argument if I didn't have a timeline, right? So if the question is, hey, can we go play this or go watch this or go do X, Y, and Z, and it's going to take me a considerable amount of time, but I have a limited time in game to complete what I'm trying to do. Now I have to make a trade-off, right? Oh, I can't just come back and do this later. I have, I can finish this battle, but I have to keep going because there's only 40 minutes left before reset, right? Whereas in the same scenario where this is 24/7, I can come back an hour or two later and just hop back on and knock out a couple more games. That's what I want, right? They've announced it. They said it's coming. Cool. I hope it happens in 2026. Me personally, I will be heavily invested in Live Arena and completing it should that come about. I will be very excited about Live Arena, very much so. But for right now, I avoid it altogether. So that is something that I would like to see changed coming up. Listen up. I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. This next one is going to be a little overarching, and it's time management in Raid Shadow Legends. Listen, I don't quite know how you fix the current time restrictions, but I would like to see more implemented. One, I really want to see an auto battle for Chimera. I get that not a lot of people are going to use it, but for those of us that don't care about trials, let me just auto the damn thing. Let me get my score and get out. I don't want to sit there for 30 minutes, some cases 40 minutes, 45 minutes even, especially with Senna, just to, why? It's just so annoying. I'm sorry, it's annoying. That would be a lot of time given back to me if I could have instant battles in Chimera, right? That is an example of getting my time back. Another area that I would like to get time back is, Cursed City is definitely one of them, but I think Doom Tower. I would really like to see Doom Tower implement something that Faction Wars has done. What I find really cool about hard Faction Wars now is that, let's say that I've only progressed to a certain stage, right? Like stage 2, is that I can do all of my stage 2s in one click. I would love that in Doom Tower. right? Hey, I have Dark Fae on farm. Let me check a box and knock out all my Dark Faes in one run. That would be freaking awesome and would save me a ton of time during when Dark Fae is in the Doom Tower. The other thing I would love to see in normal faction wars, which sounds kind of crazy, but I would love to see normal faction wars take the same approach with their keys as well. Because I still go back and do normal, and I have to do 2 battles on normal. So let me do 1. Let me knock out 1 battle in faction wars, call it good, and move on. I think background battles works well enough that we don't need to do the same thing in the dungeons. If I really care about doing something else in the game while the dungeons are running, that's fine. But stuff I have to close out at the end of it is stuff that you know, I really want to be speed that up, please. Give me some of my time back. Similarly, along those lines, we'll call this, I don't know if I want to call this a new one or if I want to make it its own category or kind of continue with what we've been talking about. We'll put this under time. We'll continue the time conversation here. Get rid of 500 campaign battles. I know that there are a bunch of free-to-play out there that are like, what? Why would we get rid of 500 campaign battles? I knock that out very quickly, very easily. Guys, I don't run campaign. If I have a really good champion, there's a double-edged sword in Raid Shadow Legends. I, as a spender on this account, and as somebody who plays the game very actively, collect rewards. I want to use those rewards. These rewards are designed to save me time in the game, okay? So I get a new champion. I want to level them up and rank them up. As a player who plays your game a lot, I've earned ways to do that very, very quickly. One of those ways is in the form of brews. So if I get a new champion and I decide to level them up using brews that I've earned because I play your game a lot and I want to save myself some time, well, now I still have to run a random, boring ass 450 campaign battles leveling up blues and purples as food. So then what ends up happening is I have all these different food. I don't know how well you can see those on camera, but these are a whole bunch of epics that are food right now on my account. That's 5, that's 10, that's 15, 16 ready to go. And all of those are because I just had to run campaign. And so I just threw a whole bunch of epics and stuff in campaign and tried to run it 500 times. But then that means that these chickens that we hold so high in value, I don't get to use those. A feast. Why would I use a feast? Because if I use a feast, I don't get to run campaign and level up these champions because I need to do it 500 times. It's an outdated quest. Please get rid of it out of monthly. Do 500 battles. Easy. But campaign battles, I am so beyond campaign at this point, I could care less about it. Am I willing to make an argument that you should also get rid of the campaign battles 7 times and campaign bosses 3 times? A little bit. Being real with you, I would like to see those gone too. And there may be an argument out there. What about a really new player? Well, if you change this to battles, you're also helping a really new player. What do you mean? Change it to battles. Then allow those players then to level their champions in Minotaur, right? Level those champions in, like a lot of you already do. I don't do it, but a lot of you level your champions in dungeons as food, right? Allow that to happen by getting rid of this stupid campaign battles quest. Please. I hate it. I'm sure you can tell, but I hate it with a passion. I don't care that much about the other stuff. Everything else seems to make sense. It seems fitting, but I would love to see those campaign specific missions just be battles, right? Like it's 2026. And even if you're new to the game, like, let's be real. If you're new to the game and you take any bit of interest in the Raid, YouTube, Twitch, online Reddit community and get any type of feedback on this game, you will be done with campaign very, very quickly, right? So to force people to run it 500 times a month is infuriating to me. And I really, really want to see that gone. That is a big pet peeve of mine. So yeah, 2026, let's see that thing gone, please. Another thing that I would absolutely love to see, and I'm trying to think of a way that I can do this. Here we go. Let's do Spirit Keep. Let's take out Cold Heart and put in this. And we'll start it, and we'll end the battle. So I'm going to lose this battle, and what pops up when I go out of the stage? Tap here for combat tips. Right? And that tells me, hey, put artifacts on your champion. Hey, you know what? That's a great idea. I love that tip because oftentimes it reminds me, oh, I don't have gear on those champions anymore. For example, in that very team was Stultus, right? And sometimes I'll use Stultus and then I'll lose and I'm like, what happened? They're like, hey, idiot, put gear on him. Why do I have a problem with that button location? Because in other areas of the game, when you do that, it blocks stuff that you want to click. And it's infuriating because I'm trying to click something and I have to sit there and wait for that screen to go away. And then I got to wait like 1 or 2 seconds longer than that screen to go away. So then I can finally click on what I'm trying to click on. It's annoying. It's annoying. Keep it, but put it somewhere else where I don't have to click. On that same note about clicks, oh boy, this is a big one for me. Arena, classic arena rewards. When you get your classic arena rewards from this chest, right? And you get this gear that is pretty useless. If you misclick in the slightest, you collect it all to your inventory. That drives me nuts. Let me just sell it all. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to keep it because what it ends up doing is going into my inventory and sitting there as a piece of gear. Like, yeah, look, in fact, this is it. Divine Life, Divine Speed, Divine Offense. All that is in here. All of this gear is garbage. It's all flat stat, main stat pieces of gear, some of which I wanted to re-roll, but I will tell you right now, none of these were ones that I wanted to keep, and they got collected for really no good reason. Like I said, some of this stuff I'm keeping to re-roll, but for the most part, I did not want this gear, and you forced me to take it, and I'm annoyed by it. And I tried to sell it. As you click, if you misclick in the slightest, they all go away, they go to your inventory, and you have to go back and do this. And I don't think about it, right, until the time comes when my inventory is full, and now I need to get rid of stuff, and I have all this junk that's been sitting in there for so long. So that's another one that I would like to see fixed. Like, it's a very minor inconvenience, but it's an inconvenience nonetheless, and it bugs the crap out of me. I think those are going to be the biggest changes that I would like to see in the coming year. Now, note that these are the biggest changes, not what I'm looking forward to the most. There are some really cool things that are coming. I'm excited for the new faction that's coming. You know, I'm looking forward to a lot in 2026. These little pet peeve things, I would really like to see them improved because they annoy the crap out of me. But let me know in the comments, what do you want to see changed? What are some minor inconveniences and frustrations that you want to see in Raid Shadow Legends? I would love to read on them. Maybe I'll make a follow-up and go over your comments because those are always fun to do, and I love to give my feedback on that. So yeah, post a comment, let me know, guys. Also, if you're new here, consider subscribing. Great way to support this channel. If you want to help a dude kind of get one step closer to his dream of making a career out of playing video games, I would love that. But either way, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.